Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Dancing Gnome Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This isn't just by them. This is a collaboration with Missing Mountain Brewing Company out of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. I will say that I've not had anything from Missing Mountain, but I've heard several people say that they do make some pretty good beers, so I am kind of intrigued to try this, even though, collaborations a lot of times are just taste like from the brewery that they're made at, but we'll see. This beer is called Bit O, which is a take on Bit O honey. This is a double IPA brewed with honey and wildflower honey, it specifically said, and it is hopped with Citra, Motueka, Ella, and Amarillo, and it is 8.5 ABV. So I'm gonna crack it open and see what we got. It's a really nice color. Pretty bright. It looks a little darker in the camera than it does on the backside from my end, but really bright golden color with a really nice fluffy head. I will give that to Brew Gentlemen. The carbonation on their IPAs are, at least the head retention, maybe not necessarily always the carbonation of the actual beer, but the head retention is always really nice. Whoa, that smells really bright. A lot of pineapple and peach. This is definitely one that's leaning towards like those fruity peach rings. There's a tiny bit of like that ammonia cat pee character as well, and I am getting a hint of booze. So the flavor's not quite as bright as the aroma might lead on. It is still in the peachy, pineapple-y realm, but it has a pretty drying, bready malt backbone, and which is interesting because I would think if there's honey in it and that was more of the fermentables than actual malt, then it might be. I mean, I did say it was dry, so the honey's going to dry it out, which I know sounds crazy because honey is generally sweet, but honey is like 100% fermentable basically, so it's going to turn into complete alcohol, so it does end up drying the beer out. It's really funny. Their beers, I don't know, for whatever reason, like, I take one sip and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that, and then I take the next one, I'm like, I don't know, or vice versa. I don't know. It's really weird. Like the second sip I just took, it was definitely more on that like ammonia boozy side. But I will say it is pretty balanced. I mean, it's fairly bitter, but it's not super caramely sweet, and it's not like burning my tongue. Uh, but I think like most of their IPAs in general, it's pretty aggressive. So yeah, when I said it was pretty balanced, I would say in comparison to most of their IPAs, it's definitely not like the most balanced IPA you can get by any means. But the booze is it's just pretty big in this. Like, to me, it feels as big as some of their triple, like 10% triple IPAs. I wonder if that is something from the honey drying it out. I don't know, but I would say that the actual hop profile itself, I think, is pretty nice. Uh, I really like the combination of the peach and pineapple character with a little tiny bit of dankness in the caddy notes. But the booziness is just really taxing. Like I like this one can, but I honestly don't. I would not want to go back to another one of these in the same night. I'll say that much. Maybe one a night I could do because I do like the taste of it, but it's just really really pretty abrasive. I don't know if you saw my dog's head pop up there. He's going crazy. But I would say on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm just gonna give this one a drink. It's a good beer, but it's not my favorite. I don't know anymore. Their Dancing Gnome is just kind of rubbing me the wrong way. With their double IPAs at least, it's so funny. Like the triple IPAs and the regular single IPAs are great, but the doubles are just too much of everything. The triples can handle the hop schedule because of the booze and the sweetness, and the single ones they have to scale back because there's just not enough malt character to handle the hop schedule of the doubles. That's my assumption at least, but the doubles are just pretty they're pretty abrasive. But I know a lot of people like that. I'm not against bitter IPAs. When I like bitter West Coast IPAs because they're super clean, and they're bitter on the front of the tongue, not like because there's hop particles floating in it that are like burning in the swallow. To me, that's two different things. And super bitter, like burny, hazy IPAs are just not my thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna give this one a drink, but it is pretty solid, and it's good enough where I would, if you generally like Dancing Gnome IPAs, then you will like this. I think it's a little bit better than what their average quality IPAs are, but it's still not top notch in my opinion. But I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.